Hello! Okay, so this is going to be a slowed down version, beginner's guide. You just got your brand new Saint makeup and you're like, Kayla, I have no idea what to do or how to use it. Okay, this is going to be your guide. And at any time, if you are new to my page and you are watching this and you're like, hey, I want a color match, just say match, or any of the products I'm going to use, you can say match. Hey, you guys, hey, Katie. So, if you have been color matched by me, you have gotten one of two, hi friends, you've gotten one of two matches. You either got a basic color match, so it only has 4 colors for your entire face, or you got the full color match. And that includes those basic 4 colors plus a bronzer, illuminator, and then I do give suggestions for eyeshadows. You are going to see this little glare. I need to take my screen protector off. Hello, you guys. So that is what you're going to see. Now, there are times that I do some color correction suggestions. So you might see, hey, you should get Aspen Contour for redness, or hey, you should get this for under your eyes. Hi, Misty. So I'm going to show you guys how to use that. If you got some kind of, I'm going to prep my under eyes really quick. By the way, this $25 balm stick, I don't care what skincare you use, you need this, especially if you have dry under eyes or you have a lot of under eye creasing. Just say match and I'll send it to you. And I think the link in there is like balm stick or something. So this is absolutely insane. I am so obsessed with it. I love it so much. Okay, so if you got a suggestion, or for me, I'll say, hey, get Aspen Contour for redness. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you're going to have this little contour, and I know it's like weird. You're like, why would I use a contour for redness? But it has a green undertone, but you're going to watch this magic. Watch this. You're just going to pick up a little bit and you're going to just dust it over your redness. Look at this, you guys. So when you see Aspen Contour in my color match suggestion for you, this is why. Hi, friends. So I'm just doing that really quick. Look at that. Gorgeous. So if you are new to my page and you don't know what I'm using, this is Saint. I have now been using it for 4 years. It's crazy. And you guys, I am a makeup artist. I've been a makeup artist for over 15 years. So I do lots of event and wedding makeup. And this is the makeup I go back to all the time. It's just that good. But look at this. Look at this redness going away. And I'm lightly dusting. It doesn't look brown. It doesn't look weird. I get like a freckle mustache. And when I was on Maui, I obviously got a lot of sun. So look at that disappearing. Isn't that crazy? If you have a ton of like rosacea or redness on your cheeks, again, you just dust it on there. You don't need a lot because then it will start to look a little bit muddy. But hello, Melissa, welcome. So I've been using this cream makeup for 4 years and it's just so good. I noticed I used to be Estee Lauder diehard. And I noticed, like, after I had my son, my skin had definitely changed. And look at this, you guys. Look at all of this. Look at all this. Like, I could go out just like this now, and my skin is glowing, and it's fine. Anyway, and my skin just wasn't looking good anymore. And I saw people getting ready with this makeup in like 3 to 5 minutes. And I thought it was a little hoaxy. And then, so I was like, I'll try it. Got it. Oh my gosh, obsessed. So, no, this was my color correction. So if you get a color match by me. So this is going to be a slow tutorial, you guys. So this is one that you'll want to come back and save when I post it on my feed. So you can go back and watch it if you're just getting your makeup. This is Aspen Contour. So if you see that I match you to an Aspen Contour and I say, get this for redness, what I just did, that's how you're going to use Aspen. Okay. You use it first. Then you might get an under eye correction suggestion from me. You might not. But sometimes the suggestions I give are either going to be like Palace, or Frenchie. And how you use these is you're just going to place them right in the areas you need color correction. So like I said, that this balm stick, you really want that. So I have a little bit of purple. Oh my gosh, you guys. I threw out like my rib or something, when I was helping my son make eggs, like we were making scrambled eggs, and I'm like standing kind of sideways and it's like so hard to breathe. I was going to wash my hair and everything today. I'm like, I don't even think I could do that. Okay, so I am placing my color correction just in the areas I need it. So I am not doing a ton underneath your eyes. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just placing it in those areas that are like bothersome for me. Okay, so this is what you get with me when you do get color matched. I do help you with color correction. You get access to my business number, and I'm always there to answer questions. I typically get back to you within 24 hours. Usually a lot less. Okay, now if you get a color match, you either have a choice to choose basic match or a full match. I'm going to show you the basic match, and then I will show you how you would add on with your full match if that's what you decide to get. Please, 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 please get a brush, okay? The 3D brush or the detail brush are great ones to start with. I'm going to show you the detail brush. Again, as a makeup artist for over 15 years, these are the best brushes I've ever used. They're so good, and you definitely want these brushes even if you have other ones that you really like. I was that way. I didn't get a brush at first because I was like, I have good brushes. And then no, these brushes are specifically designed for our creams. So at least get one. They're dual ended, so it's like you get 2 brushes in one. Okay, here we go. Now, if you are not new to my page and you do see me doing kind of that 1-layer system, you'll see like the contour and the brightening highlight, and I know I love them too. And the foundation, you'll see kind of like a crazy paint by number. That is what I think is really perfect if you have gotten used to the creams. I will say the creams can be a learning curve. It was for me because I was used to just applying my foundation the same way for years, but I do truly think that this might be the easiest way to get used to the creams. And once you're used to them, then I would switch over to that 1-layer system. So what I'm doing right now with the bigger end of my detail brush, and if you're using the 3D brush, you would do the same thing. Okay, so I'm just tapping in to this skin tone shade. So in your color match, you will see it as main highlight. I know getting a new one is just like, it's like Christmas. So, your main highlight is technically what you would think of as your foundation shade. So it is the color closest to your skin tone. As you can see, this is totally canceling out that rest of my redness that I have here. And when I say, you guys, a little of this goes a long way, a little goes a long way. The first couple times I wore this makeup, I put entirely too much on. And when I say like tapping in, like, I mean, there's hardly anything on that brush. And these are so pigmented. So someone one time was like, I got really small tins. They're not as small. They're smaller than the ones you showed. I'm like, no, they're small, but they're tiny but mighty. Like so much. They last so long because they're so pigmented. Okay, so I'm just tapping this color all over. And I'm just evening out my skin tone. Again, you don't need a lot of this. And this is just how I would do it when you're starting out, okay? Now, if you feel like you're like, I'm advanced, I can do the other way that Kayla does, then do that for sure. But because I do get a lot of customers, like the majority of my customers are ones that just don't feel like they're good with makeup, or they're brand new to makeup. This is just kind of the easiest way, I think, to do it. Okay, so I'm tapping in. Now I'm not going up to my hairline because I'm going to add contour there. And contour, I know it's scary. Just hang tight. Just trust me, okay? All right, so my foundation shade, aka main highlight, is all over my skin, okay? I'm going to blend it down here. And now I'm going to go into this lighter skin tone shade. This is what you might think of as your concealer. So since I already did some color correction, I don't need a whole lot under here, okay? I'm just going to use it to brighten my under eyes. You don't want a whole lot. I'm going to put some on my eyelids to color correct that. And I'm using the smaller side of the detail brush. Now, when I say I hardly use any, you guys like, look, okay? Like a little swippage. And I'm just going to dust this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit here. Hi. And then so the center of your face is where you're wanting to kind of brighten and bring forward. So I'm just dusting a little bit on my forehead here. The center of my nose. And again, at any time, if you're like, wait, I want to try that makeup, just say match. Don't be scared. We have a 30-day return policy. So, you know, that's actually the reason I decided to do it. Because I was like, if I hate it, I'll just return it. Okay, so I just brightened the center of my face and just slightly under my eyes, okay? Now we're going to go into the scary part, which is contour. It's not scary. And I promise you're actually going to look more natural contoured than not. And I'm going to show you on one side. So if you're using the detail or the 3D brush, I would go back to, hello friends, I would go back to this side. And I'm just going to pick up the smallest amount. Now, okay, like that, okay? And I'm going to stipple this. So I'm going from the top of my ear. Don't mind my hair. I couldn't wash it because I threw out my back. I'm going to go from the top of my ear and I'm just going to stipple right to like right here on my eye. okay? You do not need to do a bunch of swirling. I say just tap. You just have to tap. Look at that. It's already blended out. I didn't have to hardly do anything. The contour will be stiffer than your main highlights. Hi, you guys. I'm excited for you guys to get your match. I love this makeup so much. I've matched over 30,000 women at this point in the last 4 years, which is just crazy to think about. And this is just the makeup I go back to all the time. So now I brought this along my hairline, and now I'm going to take the excess, the remnants, and I'm going to just go right underneath my jawline. We're just going to give ourselves a little jaw. We're going to like lose 5 pounds. And, oh, I was telling you, so the contour is going to be a little stiffer. You want that. Our contour sits in a lot of the area that we're constantly touching. And so you want it to stay in place. So it is going to be like stiffer than the main highlights. So that's normal. Okay, I want you to look contoured, not contoured. Look how flat. My face looks kind of too round. So I am using that contour to give myself some dimension. We're creating shadows. We're actually placing that dimension back on our face that we lost when we just evened out our skin tone, okay? I'm gonna add a little bit more here. Now, if you have a short forehead, you only need to contour here and here. If you have a larger forehead, you're going to want to come all the way across your forehead, okay? So I'm like right in the middle, so I can do either one. Okay, again, we're gonna stipple right here, just tap, tap, tap. And so many people get intimidated by this makeup, which is so funny to me because, like I said, all my customers are like, it's the easiest makeup ever, but it just is so non-traditional. So, but look how beautiful that is. This makeup was made for like the everyday woman to like still look natural and feel beautiful, but still put a little, you know, a little put together. I am the girl that likes the soft glam. Like I like to look like I have makeup on. And I still feel like this is like much more natural looking than any of my other traditional makeup I used to wear. Okay, so I just went a little bit down the sides of my nose. Now, if contouring your nose is difficult, you're gonna use your finger, okay? And you're just gonna draw little lines down the side like this. Now, you're going to wanna keep your contour close to your nose if you're trying to make it look slimmer, because if you come out this far, it's actually going to give the illusion that it's wider, and that's not what you're wanting to do. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense so far. So again, this is my slowed down tutorial. So this is if you got the basic match. Then you're gonna have a lip and cheek. Now, whatever lip and cheek I suggest for you, that is not the one you have to go with. I would definitely, please go with the main highlight, the brightening highlight, and the contour shade that I do suggest for you. But the lip and cheek is entirely up to you. I do usually suggest based off of your skin tone, what I think would look best on you. So look at that. It is both your lipstick and your cheek color. And yes, guess what? We're going back with that same brush, you guys. You can use the same brush for your entire look, which is just incredible. And I'm just tapping this. Hi, Ambra. You guys, Ambra was the one in my stories the other day that came and helped me organize my closet and made me purge 13 bags of clothes. Oh, it hurts to laugh because of my back. Okay, so you guys, look at this. All I need is mascara. And your contour can also be your eyeshadow. It can be your lip liner. It can be your eyebrow pencil, your eyebrow color. So that is my entire face. It still looks natural, but it looks like I have makeup on. I'm put together. All that redness is gone. All I would need is mascara, which Saint did come out with mascara. It's amazing. We have we have 3 of them. The Lash Leather is the tubing mascara, and the Lash Velvet is my favorite. That's like the volumizing, and it's so good. So, oh, my back. Okay. You guys, that is the basic match. If you get basic match. Nope, I do not wash my brushes every day. We're going to get into the full match in just a minute. I 1000% suggest getting our instant brush cleaner when you get when you're purchasing your makeup. It is the best brush cleaner I've used. I told you, I've been doing this for 15 years and this is the one that I use on my clients for weddings. And it cleans them and disinfects them in between my clients. So I wash my brush with this probably about once a week. And I'm just being really honest, and you should definitely deep clean your brushes about once a month. Do I do that? No. So just, do as I say, not as I do. I also just have multiple brushes, so I'll just go through them. Okay, basic match. You guys, that is how you use your basic match palette. You can get discounted palettes. We have discounted palettes from like $20 to $59 off. So when I color match you, I also suggest a level. And what that means is when you go in and you click starter collections, you can just choose the level that I gave you and you'll actually get a discounted, like some discounts. So it's kind of nice. So you can either go with the match that I give you or the level that I give you, but I match you to both. Okay, so that is the basic. Now, if you're like, no, Kayla, I love the full color match and that's what I chose, then that means you got the basic match plus a bronzer and illuminator suggestion, and you got some eyeshadow suggestions. The eyeshadows, we don't need to go into that. That's easy peasy. So your application will be the same except bronzer and illuminator. I'm going to show you where the bronzer goes. So what I actually like to do is I like to actually apply my bronzer before my lip and cheek. Bronzer is totally optional. If contour scares you too much, but you want a glow, go with the bronzer. Okay, so you can grab the both highlights I suggest, so the main highlight, brightening highlight, the bronzer, and then a lip and cheek, and you could be totally good with that. Okay, yes, using the same brush. Nope, that's not the same brush. Using the same brush, I'm going to tap the bronzer in. Now, where the bronzer goes is going to be the places you would maybe get sun-kissed or sunburned when you're out in the sun. So tops of your cheekbones, because that's like that's like what the sun hits first. And then above your eyebrow, but below your contour. So I'm just tapping that in, and our bronzers are insanely creamy. And if you have not used our cream bronzer, you need to do it because you'll never go back. They're so good. They're the best I've used. Okay, so I put a little bit on my nose. That is optional. Some people don't like that. Do what you want to do. But do you just see how that just warmed up my face? If I could tell you to get one product out of everything I suggest, it's going to be the bronzer. I think the bronzer is so pretty. Now, since I just kind of went over my lip and cheek, where did I put my, there we go. With my bronzer, I'm going to add my blush back on because I got rid of some of it on accident, and I'll just tap that in. And we do have, so if you're someone that just prefers more of like a skin tint blush, like flushed cheeks, you'll want to go with one of our glosses or our semi-glosses. If you're someone that likes that boom pop of color, you want it to be a little bit more matte, satiny looking, you will go with our satin lip and cheeks. I really personally like the glosses for the lips. That's what I like. I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Now, an illuminator. People always ask, what is the point of the illuminator? The illuminator is going to just give you an extra glow in the places that we want, like, really to pop. Okay, so our cheekbones, tops of our eyebrows, like center of our nose, top of our cupid's bow. So let me show you. So I'm just going to use my finger. You only need your finger really for our illuminators. This one is very bright. This application lasts for me all day, and I will give you some tips on how to do that. Okay, so I'm just tapping into the very tops of my cheekbones, but do you just see? Oh, it's so pretty. Now, I like my illuminator to pop. You do not have to do that. The powder illuminators are going to be more of a pizzazz, and the cream illuminators are going to be more natural looking. Okay, so I like my illuminators to look bright and crazy, so this is just what I like to do. So, tops of your cheekbones, center of your nose if you want your nose to feel like it's like at a point, tops of your cupid's bow because that's beautiful, and then you can put some right below your eyebrow bone right here, or on your eyebrow bone below your eyebrow. Now, I typically use an eyebrow pencil for my eyebrows. That's just what I like to use. Sorry about this. My nose always runs when I do my makeup. Good for all ages, yes. And actually, the majority of my clients are between 40 and 70. So it's absolutely perfect. Okay, so here is the final look. I would typically pull my bronzer down my neck. I keep going for the wrong brush, you guys. What am I doing? I would typically pull my bronzer down my neck because my neck right here doesn't tan, so I have to kind of like mesh them all together. But that is the makeup look. So I have a full face on. I'm only using 6 colors. And thank you so much. And then I would just add mascara. I won't do that on camera because you guys know how to do that. But here are some tips to making it last. Now, we do have 2 powders. See, it has 2 powders. One is our Vanilla Dust. That's more of like a mattifying, satiny finish, not satiny finish, but matte, kind of demi matte. And then we have the Feather Dust, which is really good for really dry skin or really mature skin. I like them both. I do personally like a powder, which I did not see it up here. I might have taken it downstairs. It's by Celeste. It is the best powder I've ever used. So if you want that, you can also say match, and my links will be sent to you, and you can just click the one that says powder. It's absolutely the best if you need to just set your makeup. Now, also, we have setting spray. Saint has setting spray. You can use some setting sprays that I think work beautifully with Saint are our Saint ones. Generous amount there. The Urban Decay All-Nighter, Charlotte Tilbury, and the Patrick Star One Size. Those are the setting sprays that I have found to be the absolute best. So you could always pick one of those up. If you have questions, you can always just DM me and I can just suggest some for you. So yeah, so some people just like a setting spray. Some people just like a powder. I don't always set anymore. I set right here just because I wear mascara. But I don't set my whole face. I like the glowy, dewy look, and my skin is completely adjusted to the makeup. So after a while, you might not need setting at all. Which powder would you recommend for blurring texture and pores, please? It is the Finishing Powder by Celeste. It is the best. It's the one that I have raved about for over a year, I think. So if you just say match, all my links will come through to you, and you can just click the one that says, it says Finishing Powder or Blurring Powder or something like that. So it is literally the best, and I wish I could show you guys. Oh wait, well my thing is here. So my setting powder has to be here somewhere. I bet you it's downstairs though. Oh, it is, because I did a makeup car video. But I would just use one of these like triangle powder puffs that you can get at like any store. And it is fantastic. So this is what the One Size one looks like if you guys are looking for a really good setting spray. And then this is the Charlotte Tilbury if you guys are looking for setting spray. So these are fantastic for our cream makeup. I do not use a primer, but some people do, and some ones that you could use. I'm really glad you asked that because this is supposed to be an informative video. Some ones that people really like are the e.l.f. Power Grip. I think it's Power Grip. The Milk Hydro Grip. I personally absolutely love our Prep Mist, as you can see. I love it. It is beautiful. It creates a great grip. Celeste's primers work really, really well. And then BB cream, you could use a BB cream, something like that. So I don't typically use a primer just because I don't really need one, but I will use a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream underneath typically. So you guys, it's that easy. And I'm not kidding. When you get the hang of it, the makeup is probably going to take you 5 minutes. Yes. Okay. So you have very oily skin and the Milk Hydro Grip works really well for you. Perfect. I love that feedback. All right, you guys, I am going to now post this. So if you have any questions, you can come back. You can comment now that I'm about to post this. And if you need a match or any of those products that I mentioned, just say match and I will get to you. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful Sunday.